Genes A and B are not linked, which means that they are not found on the same chromosome. Complete the genetic diagram to show all the possible genotypes of the ratio of phenotypes expected in the offspring of this cross. So we're given the genotypes of the parents. We can see parent 1 is homozygous recessive for both of the genes, and parent 2 is heterozygous for both of the genes. So the first thing we need to do is work out the gametes that could be formed from these two parents. So parent 1, because they are homozygous recessive, all of their gametes would be the same, and they will be the recessive A and the recessive B, as they are the only alleles that they will carry. For parent 2, because they are heterozygous, there are a few more combinations. So if you're not sure on how to work out what the gametes are, then you can use the FOIL mechanism, where we would look at the two different genes and we would take the first from each of the genes, so in this case the capital A and the capital B, which would give us our first gamete. We'd then take the genes on the outside, so the capital A and the lowercase b, which would give us our second gamete. We'd then go to the two on the inside, so the lowercase a and the capital B for our third, and then our final one, we take the two last, so we take the lowercase a and the lowercase b, which would give us our four different gametes. Once we've got those gametes, we can then put them into our cross, and that will produce the genotype of the offspring. So the genotype is what's going to get you one of the marks. You then need to work out, using the diagram given earlier, what the phenotype of those would be. So for our first gamete, they contain the capital A, which would mean that there is an inhibition of enzyme 1 being expressed, so therefore they would remain white. We would also, for the second gamete, they contain the capital A, which is the dominant, which would therefore inhibit the expression of enzyme 1, so they would also remain white. For the third, they contain the genotype that would allow enzyme 1 to be expressed, and they contain a dominant B, so therefore enzyme 2 can be expressed, which would mean they would be yellow. And then for the final gamete, they are homozygous recessive for both, so therefore enzyme 1 could be expressed, which would turn white into green, but then they don't contain the genes to allow enzyme 2 to be formed, because homozygous for the recessive is no functional enzyme, so they would remain green. So therefore, in terms of your ratio, you have 2 white, 1 yellow, and 1 green. So that should be what you are looking for in terms of your answer. You can have them in any order as long as it is clear that there are 2 white, 1 yellow, and 1 green.